TIFU by peeing a guy's bed. TIFU by peeing a guy's bed. To say I am mortified is an understatement. I met up with a guy I went to HS with last night who moved to my city. I haven't seen him in probably 10 years and went to a happy hour before meeting up with him. We are both somewhat newly single and were flirting all night. Ending up getting way too drunk, going back to his apartment, hooking up and passing out naked. I then peed the bed. I want to cry and could not be more mortified. This has happened to me before from drinking but not in years. Thankfully the guy was really nice about it and said this has happened to him before. I offered to give him money for new sheets or dry cleaning but he insisted it was fine and said, just buy me a drink, how about that? I just want to crawl into a hole and never come out. X200B. TLDR got too drunk and peed in bed of a guy I haven't seen in 10 years. Territory marked. Not a big deal, he even showed future interest. You are good, embarrassing sure but no harm done. Just maybe try not to do it again. Do you know the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea? That guy has never had a garbanzo bean his bed. My wife did this early in our relationship. We've been married for 30 years. Don't sweat it, it happens. I guarantee you are much more worried about it than he is. He even invited you to risk it again. As payment he wanted you to buy him a drink? Girl, he wants to see you again after that. Y'all will joke about it years later. Don't ask me how I know. My wife of almost 14 years had a bit too much to drink on our first date. I actually had to carry her from the car into her apartment and to her bedroom. Don't worry, I'm a gentleman. I got her a glass of water and left after making sure her door was locked. She peed all over me while I was carrying her. I didn't have a pee thing, but now I kinda do. She was mortified the next day but we laughed it off and have been together since. The sex was clearly good. Ask him out again, he will say yes. I had a guy shit himself getting out of bed the morning after our first sleepover. He was mortified and cleaned everything. It was a stomach bug. I took care of him till he was well enough to leave. We're engaged now. Don't worry about it, just buy him that drink. He knows what happens sometimes when people are drunk and go to sleep. And he's being a grown-up and laughing it off and it clearly didn't faze him a bit. He wants to go out again and have you buy him a drink and he'll tease you a bit for a laugh. But if he's acting like this, he wants you to come back over and he reached with way more maturity than a lot of people can muster. Don't let him get away, take him up on it and see if it goes somewhere. Good luck. His reaction to this tells a lot about him. Please go buy him that drink. I once had a lady drunk naked shit the bed. I married her. Too late now, but I would have jumped up and screamed, you peed the bed. Just buy me a drink, how about that? Then do that. Seriously, I've had girls who messed up in some minor way that I didn't find anywhere nearly as dramatic as they clearly did, and they just flat out refused to believe me when I said and meant that everything was fine and not to worry about it, then made things needlessly awkward and kinda ruined what we had going through that. If he says it's fine, it's fine. Pointless self-flagellation is unsexy unless you're both into it, then go ahead. Maybe be a bro and toss him a BJ if you haven't already. Doesn't matter, had sex. I know I shouldn't and I tried really not to, but I laughed. I am sorry this happened to you though, but as you said, you were drunk. I peed the bed when I had a kidney problem, it even went all over my ex-boyfriend. He calmly got up, I changed the bed, and he held me tighter than night. Sometimes our bodies just do things. If he was disgusted he'd have shown it. Hey dude, do you wanna come to my place and have some fun? I will even let you pee on my bed. Laughs given, problem solved, profit. He wants to meet up again. He really doesn't mind. I'm betting shit happens, but at least you didn't shit. I was once engaged in a girl on top situation when a little we flowed. She was mortified and immediately burst into tears. I just gave her a cuddle, told her not to worry about it and go jump in the shower, and then I dried myself, stripped the bed, and then jumped in the shower after her, person shrugging. Just one of those things. Anyone worth your time would see it for what it was, an accident. Billy Madison. All the cool kids pee their pants. TIFU. I once dated a guy for a full year after drunk peeing in his bed the first night I ever slept in it. It's absolutely mortifying, but all you can do is apologize and don't let it happen again, lol. Yeah, I had a girl do this one night. Accidents happen, everyone is human. Clean it up and move on, you make a habit of it, then we are getting plastic sheets. Let us know when the wedding is. Wait till you shit yourself. That's way more embarrassing. Just buy me a drink. Yeah, it sucks and obviously you would want that not to be what happened. As a guy, he obviously is still interested in you by that statement alone. Don't dwell on it and wreck whatever you may have, take him up on the offer, buy him a drink, and maybe make a joke later. Joke's on you, I'm into that shit, piss that guy probably. You marked your territory, it's okay. I'd say that just buy me a drink was an expression of interest in seeing you again, which suggests he isn't bothered. Still embarrassing for you though. I personally fell in love with my wife the second night we hung out. And she slipped on some water while looking at me and totally ate shit. It's hard to be shy and intimidated by someone more awkward than you are. It would have taken me months to open if she hadn't been so clumsy awkward. Takes all the pressure off the guy if you're the one doing silly embarrassing stuff. Should have replied that you'd buy him enough drinks so that he can pee in your bed too, and then just wait for the nervous laughter as he tries to figure out if you are serious or not. Real romance isn't pretty courtship, it's seeing each other at your worst and carrying on despite that. He's suggested you buy him a drink, you're good. What I really want to know is how changing sheets fixes a peed-on mattress. Happened to my GF, now wife. We got drunk and I decided to sleep on couch cause we had small bed at the time and it was one of those hot summer nights without AC. Anyway, I woke up to her sleeping naked next to me. We stayed on couch and didn't even look at bed till later that day. We were both surprised to find out why she got naked and moved to couch. You peed his bed and he still wants to date you, sounds like you won the lottery. My bladder empty, I was filled with dread. As I realized my mattress was completely wet. So I got up first, and with a burst, yelled, "Hey girl, I think you peed the bed." Yeah, he wants you to come back. You're more than in the clear here. I promise. He didn't freak out. You're good. We've all done embarrassing things. Such is life. What a wonderful story for your bridesmaid's speech at your wedding. Women can pee just from laughing, coughing, sneezing too hard also at times. Most adult males who have dealt with women know this and understand. Not waking up to pee after some good sex, being drunk off your ass, is completely understandable. Yeah, I couldn't give two shits if a girl peed my bed after a great night. It really doesn't matter at all. Shit happens. For him it's a doesn't matter, had sex kinda thing. I'm so sorry you went through the humiliation. He seems to either still like you or like you more for integrity. Lesson time: always urinate post hookup, so saith 9th grade health class. It will be a funny story to tell your grandkids from the kids you could have with him. You've asserted your dominance and that bed belongs to you now. It's okay, I farted right straight onto my now boyfriend's aubergine when spooning on the very first date. Guess you have to get married now. I mean, the fact he wants to hang out again and didn't mind too much. I think he's into you, heh? Of course it's not a fun situation, but things happen, and he was super understanding about it. You're going to be married in 5 years. You owe him dinner. Give him a call to arrange it. Seems like he's a good guy and he's still interested. This isn't a fuck up, this is proof you found a decent human being. See where it goes with him, might be a win. Girl, he's got a pee fetish, Lamau. I mean, my husband wiped my ass and now we're married, so maybe this is a good thing. Kidding, kind of. Not about the ass wiping. That happened. Really though, you found a good one. If he's not disgusted by you peeing in his bed, then he's not going to be bothered by the monthly vagina thing happening. Be embarrassed, but then buy him that drink and do it all over again. If you never stop peeing in his bed, you'll never stop owing him drinks. Then he can never leave you because you still owe him. Hey, it's normal to be super embarrassed, but don't worry too much about it. He seems fine and wants to go out again, so I know it's hard, but try to let it go. Also, I've had this happen and it's not a huge deal. I just wanted them to stop feeling so bad. I didn't care about the sheets. Just don't get too sloppy next time you guys go out for that drink, lol. As a guy, I probably wouldn't be too hung up on this. It sounds like he still was interested in you even after the fact. I'd definitely not try to make a habit of it though. Embarrassed smiley face. He still wants you to buy him a drink. Don't let your embarrassment get in the way of a potential good thing. Perhaps limit your self-drinking. Life happens, sometimes it can be embarrassing. You both handled it well. Maybe he is into you and truly cares for you more than his bed and sheets. Congrats on the sex. It's okay, me and my girlfriend got roofied at a bar a month after we started dating and she peed the bed. We've been together for 5 years. He was cool with it. Don't worry, these things happen. This happened to me once. We had been getting to know each other for a few months. I got a little too drunk and woke up pissing in her bed. I woke her up so we weren't just rolling around in piss sheets all night, and she laughed at me. She thought it was hilarious. We have been together for 13 years and married for 7. I can't put myself in your shoes, we all deal with situations differently. But I've heard way more embarrassing stories that ended well. He wants to see you again, so that clearly didn't bother him. At that point it shouldn't bother you either. Well, it sounds like you two will be getting married soon. He probably thinks this is hilarious, plus you've marked your territory. He said to buy him a drink for repayment. He wants to see you again, so it's clearly NBD to him. It's okay. I met a guy a while back who once similarly went to a girl's house like their second week of seeing each other and puked in her bed so hard he exploded diarrhea. They ended up marrying. Sheets get washed in the machine. Pee is easy to clean. No need to dry clean, and in fact I wonder if that would make it worse. Next time you hang out, bring him a new set as a gift with a pack of Depends and condoms in the gift box. Next time do it on me while I'm conscious. That guy's thoughts, probably. As a guy I can assure you that if he's really interested in you, there's zero chance that he cares at all or thinks differently based on that happening. We all do plenty of embarrassing things all the time. Take him at his word on this one and go out with him again. It'll be nothing more than a funny story down the road that you both laugh about in hindsight. His response is adorable. He's a keeper. He even tried to make you feel better about it. I wouldn't worry too much even though it's embarrassing. You pissed in his bed and he still wants to see you again? Congratulations on being the best sex he's ever had. Well, at least you're not the girl who clogged the toilet with a huge dump and it wouldn't flush, so she put it in the cat's litter box, and the guy told her his cat had been dead for a week. Buy me a drink. How about that is an invitation to another date? You're golden. I don't understand some people, Lamau. If I did something this embarrassing and the other person still expressed interest, my first thought would be, oh, they're here for good. It would make me feel secure, not the other way around. This dude is into you, take him out for a few less drinks. Girl, he asked you on a second date. It's probably time to think more critically about your relationship with alcohol. It can get a lot worse. If he's saying just buy him a drink, he's saying he wants to go for another drink. Don't think you scared him off, lol. You were so good last night I squirted, First time ever. You get to avoid embarrassment, he feels like a champion, everyone wins. Literally everyone does something embarrassing at some time. Don't sweat it. Will it happen again next time you get pissed drunk? Depends. If I could tell you all the embarrassing things I've done before my husband and I got married and he thought they were cute or hot,